Hi friends, this is Calpun Piso. Here I am explaining more facts now that we have the GOP nuts running for the GOP nomination of nut-in-chief. The crazy nuts of the GOP trying to unseat our mentally healthy, in other words, atheist, intellectual president. Good luck to the nuts. Here's the truth that they don't see, because all the GOP, they don't know it, and anybody that kneels down and prays to God, they're sucking dick. You know, since 40,000 years ago, the penis, the organs of generation, of reproduction, were worshipped as gods because they give us orgasm. That is the bait that nature introduces so people reproduce. Because if you didn't have good feeling having sex, we wouldn't be here. Animals would. We all have the desire to reproduce because of orgasm. That's what all religions come from. And today we know science. In ancient times, they had no idea. These were gods, as you can see here. All religions have these, and they all worship the penis. And they use drugs, sacraments.
Prenatal testing. We're doing a serious fact check on this entire subject. Lisa Sylvester will report in our next hour. Often than not, in this country, an abortion.
Look at the imbecile.
That is a fact.
It's an argument conservatives have been making. One reason they say prenatal testing should not be expanded. The Washington Hospital Center argues prenatal testing is used to save lives. If a medical issue is known in advance, doctors can sometimes treat the baby in utero. Specialists can be standing by. That's the case of one baby she will deliver this week who has...
By knowing that prenatally, that baby, which could have died at birth if we weren't aware of that, we can then make the appropriate intervention and salvage that baby and give that baby a very good chance for a healthy life.
To help them prepare emotionally, financially, and spiritually for what lay ahead.
And see this idea of spiritually. A spirit means gas, means air, pneuma. It's a Latin word. So, because people have been infected with Christianity for 1700 years, and everything changing and adopting all this stuff, and the meaning changes, this lets them understand there is no God. A spirit is the air in the lungs. So if you have a spirituality, it means you air in your lungs, the air you breathe. There is no hocus pocus God or crap like that. There's no such a thing as a spirituality. It's only air in the lungs. And the problem is population explosion. The more technology, the more saving people. And the more you save these babies, instead of, in nature, they would have died. See, they would have died. And the problem is, the more you save, the more people you save, the more needs, society needs more, the planet needs more. It gets overpopulated. We have what, 7 billion people in the planet? And the problem is, technology is advancing. Let's keep it religious. Let's pray, and there will be less people. Because they all die. They will die of starvation. They will know how to, protect themselves from typhoons and earthquakes and all that, and disease. And they will ravage the population. That's normal. It happens on all animals. But no, you have to save the babies. You have to fuck and have like 10 kids. All the Catholics, Christ-Psychotic, infected morons, like Santorum. All this baby, he got a mentally retarded baby that was born. Why? Because he has faulty genes. The man is an imbecile. And he has a problem with his brain. Nobody sees that. So that's the situation. That's the reality of it all. And here, I'm explaining more about the reality of life. We create God with the brain. If you believe in the imaginary friends to be reality with brain, you are sick. You're having a problem with your brain. Here. Sick.
Some phony theology.
Yeah, Christ-Psychotic imbecile.
Theology based on the Bible, different theology.
Well, and this is the problem in the United States with people suffering from a neurological disorder, which is believe in a resurrected zombie that saves with blood, and that is Christianity. Faith is a psychosis. Religion is organized as schizophrenia. Nobody sees this disorder. Rick Santorum is no different than a person suffering from temporal lobe epilepsy or schizophrenia or depression. Nothing. You know, the man is an imbecile. And he's psychotic. He belongs in a mental institution. And he doesn't realize that we're product of coitus. There is no God. God is a creation of the brain. He doesn't understand that. He's too stupid and ignorant, as the rest of the GOP and this, immoral and really psychotic people, deluded. But here, this is, I'm explaining to them where actually these religious beliefs originated from, and they're all, and at the root of all religious beliefs is procreation. It's a penis and vagina orgasm were considered sacred over 40,000 years ago. And here I continue with this. And this is interesting. Now, these are archaeological artifacts, and they belong to the Moche in South America. All these are related to procreation, to the sexual act, which to them it was sacred. The semen was sacred. The ladies' milk, breast milk was sacred. Performing fellatio was a sacred act of the gods. Being ravished, anal intercourse was the created orgasm was created sacred, and of course it helped in the population control. But it was a sacred act, and it was normal. Everything went around with nature, and all that. And of course, in Egypt, and 40,000 years ago, the same thing happened. And as you can see here, 5,000 years ago, here is a sacred act of creation by the god Atum. Sacred fellatio is that the snake eating her own tail. That's eternity. When they bow down, they kneel, fall on their knees, and the resurrected penis will shoot sperm, creating orgasm, and you want to be blessed. So this is what happened in the Catholic Church when they kneel down and fall on their knees, and they wanted to grasp the god. Well, actually, the god is a penis, and they're waiting for a sperm to hit. The evidence is obvious. It's right here in the papyrus. And you see it all over the place because the god Atum, with the act of masturbation, created the whole universe. And here also you can see Akhenaten. The rays of the sun are equated with penises, and the hand is the hand that masturbates, and that actually makes the god resurrect and procreate. In other words, here the hands of the sun are trying to masturbate the penis of the god Akhenaten. So he can shoot sperm and populate the earth or fertilize the earth. The hand of God in the Catholic liturgy and churches represents the hand that masturbated the God. It's a sacred. It's the hand of God. It's in all religions, especially Abrahamic religions. All of them have it, and you can see them the Israeli hand of God and the Muslim hand of God and all that. But it's actually the hand of the god Atum that masturbated, that made the penis resurrect and shoot sperm. The hats were also used representing the penis. As you can see here, these hats of the pharaohs and also of the Persian kings, as you can see, is a penis. And here, a hoplite helmet. And see, there's a hoplite helmet. It's a replica. But see, the interesting thing about it is that they emulated the penis. Uncircumcised. A lot of people, Americans, don't have no idea what an uncircumcised penis looks like. They're too stupid. They're morons. So they're very ignorant, especially infected with Christ-Psychosis. Well, it has all the skin. And the skin, when you unhood the god, it was like, oh, the god, it gives you orgasm. So when you put something in your head as a sign of authority, like a crown or like a hat, it had the shape of a penis. All the hats of the pharaohs represents the uncircumcised penis, and a lot of even the hoplite, the Greek helmet, as you can see here, is obvious. Now, what do you need ridges like this? What do you need this? You know, hey, sorry guys, I'm a dickhead. So you call somebody a dickhead, you know, if you call a Christian a dickhead, you're correct. They're an imbecile, Christ-psychotic dickhead. They'll know that ass from a hole in the ground is stuck in the Middle Ages. Well, this is the God. So that's what the hats came about. The penis was sacred. It was worship. So people that go to church and do this, the second dick. The Muslims, when they bend over in the fourth, they actually, it's a sacred act to worship the penis, worship the God. In other words, when you go down on somebody, when you worship a god in those, you go like this. This is you're on your knees, and this is the king, and you have all these ceremonies, and you go like this, and you bow to him, and you wanna absorb the creating God of the king, because it's considered a god. It's absolutely nothing pornographic, but that's the way it used to be. And all the religions are imitating that. Muslim religions does that when they worship the second dick, or they're getting fucked, anal, all that, because it produces orgasm. So they bend over. And the Jews do the same thing. When they bend over and they pray and they hit their heads like this, like when they go in the wall, and they pray, that's exactly what they have to do. And the Christians, when they go like this, oh Lord, my Lord, oh Jesus, the same thing. And they go like this, they're imitating the Egyptian, as you can see here in the hieroglyphs. Hey, it's a fact. Sorry, man. Sorry, the truth hurts. Look at the hat of the Roman priests with the Catholic Church adopted. Here you can see the tiara of the Pope, the apex, and they all represents the head of a penis. Here's with a triple crown. And then you can see here a Greek vase where the penis, the sacred Lord, which I call penis Christ, is being held in procession. Here, another Greek is taking the semen of the god. Here is Venus Genetrix shooting the breast milk, which is like semen. Here you have in a church window, of course, a altar boy sucking dick. Here is another a priest receiving the semen rays of the sun. And here, this is very interesting. Here the boy is holding the foot of a lamb, but in a way is suggesting the foot to be the penis Christ of the lamb, of the sacred lamb. Egyptian, the four elements also containing sacred connotations. And here you see the Virgin Mary shooting milk in the mouth of a saint. Here in a Greek vase, also the semen. Both liquids were considered sacred at the same. This is a blessing gesture used by the Catholic Church. It originated in ancient times, from Egyptian times, holding of the penis. When you hold the penis, when you urinate, you have the two fingers like this. Here I am watering a tree just to explain this, and see what happens. Let's say I'm holding my penis, I'm urinating, and you hold it with the two fingers are curved. And then if you pretend that you're holding the invisible penis, the Lord of creation, you move, you don't hold the penis anymore, or you pretend you hold it, and you move and you bless with the hand being in that particular shape with the fingers curved. You can see the hand of God here on the left side up in Abraham's sacrifice. You see that he's commanding, the God is actually a penis. He's holding the penis, commanding Abraham not to kill Isaac. Which is nonsense. And this here, you see the bird. The bird also represents the cock, represents the penis. It's a sacred air holder of the air. And you see here the baby Jesus. Look at the hand. It is curved. It's just as holding a penis. And this is the curvature is what is important, because you're blessing with the penis that, with the hand that likes holding a penis, which is sacred. This is the organ you create with. We create with our penises. There is also such a thing as God or anything like that, because God is a creation of the brain. Here you have a saint doing the same thing. The little halo represents the sun God. Here I am again, and you can see that. Let's pretend that you're urinating in ancient times, and you're very superstitious. And all this represents sacred things. The vagina was sacred, the penis was sacred, and you bless with that. You see, it's all over the place. That's the reason you consider the hand of God, because it's the goddess. The goddess used the hands to make the penis resurrect, get erect, and he actually can masturbate and feel the sensations of the god. The orgasm is going to bless and populate the earth. In ancient times, they had no idea about evolutionary biology, genetics, or nothing like that. Everything was from the gods. This is the way you hold. If you're urinating, this is the way you hold. You put your hand to urinate. The penis is flaccid, and then you shoot urine and all that. But let's say you don't have the penis anymore. But the organization of religion is very, very obvious that the penis is sacred. Well, when you bless, you pretend you hold an invisible penis, and there you blessed everybody.
I misspoke there, Kira, and when I said that he is a man of faith. Again, God only knows everybody's heart.
Oh, really?
I would be more in line of Rick Santorum as it relates to abortion.
that he is opposed to abortion. So I certainly appreciate that.
He's a Catholic and you're a Protestant.
This country to make good
You're both Christ-psychotic, infected imbeciles stuck in the Middle Ages.
Economic mess that both
the heart is a pump, you Christ-Psychosis, infected asshole. And the soul is nothing but air in our lungs. Join us in the 21st century.
South side of Chicago after college. And it happened not because of indoctrination or a sudden revelation, but because I spent month after month working with church folks who simply where they came from or who they prayed to.
The president said, I'm not questioning whether he's a Christian or not. I disagree.
No,
with his
you have already.
This is a big issue, and I believe it goes against God's word.
This is against God's word. This guy is a lunatic. These people don't pay taxes. He belongs in a mental institution, this imbecile. This is a problem in the United States of America.
I like him as a person.
Crazy people like this, believing in imaginary friends.
On this issue. And he'll
guys, no different than schizophrenic. No different, schizophrenic. No different.
To the grave. We need to protect life. And right now you
is he going to protect sperm? This piece of shit has a dick also. That's what he agrees with. He's a moron. He was created by a fuck. He was not created by a stork. He's just stuck in the Middle Ages.
Being killed.
There's a sick man and nobody sees it.
Talked about that.
And nobody sees it.
I apologize if this has gotten blown out of proportion. It's unfortunate.
This imbecile doesn't know about the Crusades. The Christians Muslim killing Jews and Arabs. What about morons like that? What about the Crusades?
Have you heard from him?
The Inquisitions.
Since this happened.
This is a hypocrite piece of shit. Piece of shit. Doesn't know any history. He's a deluded.
You never know, Franklin Graham.
See the hypocrisy in this country? These people should be in a mental institution. And they don't do it.
And
they don't do it.
With what you have done for the people that need help.
That's right. They're good. Good, Kara.
Questions of the president's faith.
Good. Give it to the piece of shit lunatic. The piece
of
shit
to
lunatic.
Attack all of these strong plants that have so deeply rooted in American tradition.
Slightly ahead, according to polls in Michigan.
Ash Wednesday, he has ashes on his head, like an idiot.
Some of the other.
I tell you where the ashes come from.
Than Mitt Romney, way better, obviously, than Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul.
The ashes come from the cult of Divus Julius, Julius Caesar the Christus, that was cremated. That's what these ashes come from, the stupid Christ-Psychosis infected imbecile, Santorum.
I think most of the.
Santorum.
I think most of the.
Well. The GOP convention was on Ash Wednesday, and I already explained what it is. The ashes of Julius Caesar the Christus, and he was cremated. His waxy ash was put in a trupayam. That's where Christianity comes from. But anyway, I was blessed too. The Lord Penis Christ. Well, I was witnessing the Lord Penis Christ to my girlfriend. The other Lord Penis Christ, of my friend, was blessing me and anointing me with this river of life. So, I am blessed. Just like Christ-Psychotic infected Santorum. These lunatics are in the government of the United States. What's wrong with America having all this bunch of imbeciles? They should be in a mental institution. They should be in a sanatorium, an asylum. Why you put them over there and you have a convention for the lunatics? Oh well. But Christ-Psychosis infected America. That's the problem. And you know, the greatest problem is that America is a very ignorant country. And the reason it's ignorant is because it's affected by Christ-Psychosis. Religion is organized as schizophrenia. We create thought with the brain. There is no God, there is no spirits, there is no angels, there is no Satan, there is none of that. That's where people are stuck in the Middle Ages. And this is the problem in the government of the United States, Senator. The majority are ignorant people infected with Christ-Psychosis. And of course, the army is infected with Christ-Psychosis. All our army are Christians. And the government of the United States allowed this piece of shit, the lawyers of the law, Christian missionaries. They are disgusting because they were trying to impose their garbage, their psychosis on everybody else. They cannot keep the schizophrenia to themselves. This is the problem. And the United States is no different than Saudi Arabia and all these countries that are theocracies. The problem is that in the United States, it is a theocracy, nobody sees it. You know, the religious people, you know, the Christians, they don't pay taxes. All the religious organizations are tax exempt. And then they complain. The Catholic Church, these crazy people, they should go back all to the Vatican and make it as a mental institution, just like Jerusalem. Jerusalem should be the city of nuts. These people are stuck in the Middle Ages. This is the problem. Education. And American kids are not taught the truth. They have the parents are infected with Christ-Psychosis, and teachers are Christians. They're stuck in the Middle Ages. Look at Texas. Look at the governor of Texas. A lot of governors. They're idiots. They're morons. And they want to pray for rain and crap like that. So they don't teach these kids science. And that's why the United States is 23rd in science in the whole world. This is the problem in America. And that's why we have the GOP clowns over there, and all these pieces of shit in government, all these governments with this religious psychosis crap and faith and all that shit. It is a schizophrenia. It's a disorder. These people are sick. And neurologists don't say it. But here, this is one of the reasons I tell you why the suicide bombers and all that, and the reaction of these people, and they hate Americans because of the Crusades. That's the reason they hate us all over, because what we do. And they burn the Quran and burn all the religious text. And this is the problem. And the American troops are so damn ignorant. The generals are ignorant. These people are dumb, stupid. They don't know. They had no idea about the history of religion, the history of the Muslims. They had no idea about science. These generals, these 4-star generals are morons. They know how to fight and whatever, and all the technology and all that, but they're stupid. They don't have any brains to know how to deal with this, with the psychosis and the psyche of war, and how these people do all this stuff, how the other people behave and how they fight. They had no idea because they're all Christian deluded morons. And they are very ignorant people in that respect. But here, this is exactly what happened, and the reactions, why they're killing us over there. And we lost the war in Iraq and all that, thanks to Christian imbecility.
This has been going on for quite some time. I mean, we do hear these reports reasonably regularly. President Karzai has previously pardoned children who've been recruited for similar things, and often they're brought up to remind people of the more vile parts of the insurgency.
So religion, psychosis.
The protesters swarming into the streets just outside the U.S. air base at Bagram.
Burn the Quran.
Shouting, "Death to America," and death to the Afghan government, too.
Had extremist sayings in it, written into it, some extremist messages.
Just like the Bible.
Extremist literature.
Bible had the same thing.
Its way into the detention facility at
Read the Bible. Read the Bible, the same shit.
For disposal.
The Crusaders used it. The Crusaders used it. This talks about the Crusades. Okay, 250 years, these Christ-psychotic imbeciles went to the Crusades. Look at that. The Bishop of Tyre, 1130, had in his prayer book, Crusaders catapulting the head of infidels, Christ-killer Muslims, Jews, and all that, and those that didn't agree with them over the wall of cities. And this is all here. All here. Legacy of the Crusades. So when they burned the Quran by the piece of shit, Christ-psychotic infected American soldiers, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They infuriate these people. They bring up back memories. This is the problem in this country. We have a bunch of lunatics, missionary pieces of shit. They believe in Christ and crap like that, going over places that don't belong to convert people to their stupid, demented delusion that belongs to the Middle Ages. This is the problem. Christians are sick people. Any religion is organized as schizophrenia. People that believe in God are sick people. They have to get their brains repaired. We're in the 21st century. So the United States should, the scholars and the government of the United States should get their head up out of their ass and then actually learn, come down to the world of reality. Look at the GOP. People are psychotic. No abortion? I mean, they're against all this stuff of human reproductive system. They want to get into their, they're imbeciles. They have no idea about science. They believe in resurrecting something. This is the problem. That's the reason they burned the Quran. Over there, the Americans, the new crusaders, and make all the Islam psychotics really be upset and pissed off. And they are true believers because they do believe in their God. They kill themselves for their God. Christians are cowards, pieces of shit. They never do it. Any Christian missionary and anybody that believes in Christ, they ought to prove it. Ingest cyanide, take cyanide, kill yourself, you pieces of shit. Missionaries, kill you. You believe in God? Kill yourself. Prove it that you're a true Christian. They're morons. Lunatics running loose. The schizophrenia. This is the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders, a booklet created by Christians around 1840s. Well, and you know why, if you happen to be very intellectual but you believe that you have brain implants placed there by aliens to monitor your thoughts, you put a little bit of aluminum foil on top of your TV, you are considered schizophrenic. But if you believe that the angel Gabriel is protecting you as a guardian angel, and you go to church and you pray to some Jesus, and you light a candle in there, and you do this 3 times, and you take a little water and you go like this, you are a deeply believing Christian, and you're okay, and you're sane. Do you know why the difference? It is because of the DMS-4, the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders. That's what all the psychiatrists and neurologists go by. Tells you all about mental disorders. And all religious beliefs are not mentioned as a mental illness, which they are, but they're not. You know why? Because that manual was created by Christians. Christianity infected the world. The lunatics, pieces of shit, imbeciles, schizophrenics have been infecting the world for 1700 years. Since the disintegration of the Roman Empire, and Constantinus created the worship of the Christus in the 4th century. You know, destroying everybody else and anti-science and burning books and all that. That is the reason. In the 1840s, this DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders, was created by Christians. And then in 1917, they had no idea about the DNA helix and all that. And they laughed at Freud, a Jewish, mentally healthy, in other words, an atheist man. And he was the first person that actually say, hey, you know, religions beliefs is an illusion creating delusion by the brain. And this is way, way before Crick, the scientist Crick in 1953 discovered the DNA helix. Understanding how evolution and genetics and all that, we create God with our brains. We're evolved, mutated primates. We are animals. There is no God. In the moment that you suffer from radiation, you're a product of a fuck. And thanks to a DNA toolkit in the DNA from our mother and our father, then we are created after a fuck. And 9 months later, an evolved mutated primate with cognition, which is it's like we are crazy apes, Then you start creating the idea of God, and our shit doesn't stink of our lives. That we suffer from radiation and we die, and we create God with the brain. But we are animals. You know what happens when you die? You decompose. The only life after death is bacteria eating our remains. And these morons, these religious psychotic imbeciles, they are still in the Middle Ages. So they are theotarded. And this is a fact. Here is the book. So you can see it and check it out. Because Christian created a DSM-4 of mental disorders, and that is the reason their psychosis of Christianity and religious beliefs is not linked with the schizophrenia. And I just found out that just about a week ago, I started studying that. Learn the history of it, and you'll see that I'm correct. That's the reason. So just go and lobby your congressman and neuroscientists, and don't be so coward, and get some balls and link all people that believe in God to schizophrenics, because they're going to destroy the planet. And they are in control of the whole country, of the United States of America, and they don't pay taxes. The piece of shit belong in a mental institution. The GOP, mental institution. Santorum, Graham, all these lunatics, and the church should be shut down. They're infecting and corrupting the mind of children. A bunch of pedophiles, immoral, theotarded imbeciles. And nobody that believes in God should be teach children. None. These people belong getting their brains fixed. Then there is hope for America. Patch of the own.